I hit live and didn't give the one call. Hi.
Oh.
Hello. And you're welcome, Jag.
Hello.
It's a little... Cade, you and your goddamn angles, bruh. Just sit. Just sit. And just
Sit.
Is that you? Is that where you live, baby?
No, it's not.
Where do you want to live?
No.
You just choose where you want to live, and I'll put your posts down. All right, that's where you're
mail
living.
Come back to us.
Hello, everyone.
Michigan.
Ah,
No.
Whimsy with that tier 3 emote.
Oh man, the first
shit.
one.
Yeah.
The first one put in chat.
Damn.
It's awesome. It's so glowy and gold and
Okay.
beautiful and perfect.
I think I
Forgot-
heard it hit the ground.
Yeah.
It's like that fucking Foltus die.
Yeah.
Jag, we know, and we're all sad.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
Jag,
real,
it is
Jag.
sad. It is sad.
Trust me, last night was rough.
Yeah.
It's a sad, sad day.
Yeah, just was over there sending me all kind of personal messages like, I'm gonna miss the way you licked my bum.
Rim job was just too good, man.
He had a way of starting with the tip and then the flat spot and then the tip again.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Hey,
Whoa, is that too much detail?
what's up, TOS? How you doing?
So I'm not allowed to yes and certain things. I got you. Okay.
That would have been a no and.
Only on the outside beehole jokes.
Oh,
Second.
Inside Beal jokes. Don't talk about the inside.
Exactly. What merch are we starting today? I don't know. Did you see the cup? I don't know if that was pointed out to you, Jag. Did someone clip that and send that to you?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Did you see more of my merch?
I can throw a screenshot into the Discord, Jag. You can see the wood burning or is it engraved? I think it's engraved. Yeah.
No,
I think I need to.
It's wood burnt.
Oh man, I left it
Oh, okay.
upstairs. I think I have to go. Do I go grab this? Because now people want to see it.
Yeah,
Run.
Jag did not
Right.
see it.
Entertain.
Yeah, go grab it.
Yeah.
Go grab it.
I'm also bummed that like I ordered a sweet new dye and I could have used them for the session, but I just couldn't, and it's not gonna focus.
You
on- it
probably
is
should have
focusing.
too.
Yeah,
how
yeah,
you
you
were rolling.
100% should have.
I was rolling
You
pretty
needed to
good
bring
like
in your
towards
new
the
team
end.
players.
Yeah. I was rolling pretty good towards the end, just when I was doing all those deck saves, and like I
Yeah, the
meant to
deck saves.
backseat.
Yeah.
I rolled so
Up,
many
down,
twos.
Up, down.
Well,
That was
17.
balls.
you started to roll good after half of your dice were in dice jail.
That's true. I did. I was. That's the first time I was ever running out of space in dice jail.
That's a very full dice trail.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that's America. Back to prisons.
America.
I just realized that this is going to be backwards, but Jess got this for me for my birthday. It says Dungeon Master has a D20, 10, a 12, another 12, and another 10. It says Anthony,
has
the
all
Weaver
the
of Lore
polyhedrons.
and Fate. And then on the bottom, Jag, which is the part you'll love, it has.
Hey, that shows up a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also noticing that when the new one comes in, because this one's a little cracked,
Cracked.
I need to hand dry the bottom because there is molda.
Oh,
Oh, that was quick.
Oops.
Dry that shit.
I want to seal the bottom too.
That's a good
that's a good idea.
Yeah, I
that.
love it. Just did good. She did real good.
Yeah, Jess
I
is
have
a
a
good
good
gift giver.
giver.
She is.
Just like
We
it.
talked about that at length. Actually, Whimsy, thanks for the raid. You know, our raid. They just
yeah.
they you know it's.
They're so strong, both of them. They just
Funny.
canceled each other out.
Yeah, exactly.
We raid docked.
Uh huh.
Right.
Raid doc.
We're docking.
So
We Ray banded.
Yeah, we Ray banded. There you go.
Oh, no.
Oh, who said Ray Bandit? I like that one.
Jeremy.
I did that. I said that joke.
I did that thing.
It
I
was
said
me.
that.
I did that joke. That was my joke.
That was
Sunglasses.
me. Uh-oh.
Kapooey.
What happened? Oh.
Yeah.
Kaplooey. That's
Yeah,
what
it's just
Jeremy
dab.
sneezes. That's what
Yeah.
Jeremy
Kaboom.
sneezes. They're like,
Kaboom!
Kaplooey.
Blessed me.
So,
Oh boy.
in today's episode of the Arcane, or exploring the man. been a
point.
week.
Exploring the man.
Where
Back to
are we?
remote.
What are we
Man.
doing?
It's been a minute.
Back to remote.
Who are
I
we?
know. Back
Yeah,
to me
who are
not
you? That's the
knowing.
proper question.
Back to me not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about or saying words correctly. But on today's episode of Exploring the Archives, episode 13, we will be discussing chapter 35, Vovek the Bestowed.
He did
Well,
now.
Jag, I'm sure that you
Yeah,
would
I was
probably
like,
know where
Where
Nick
is
is,
that?
if I'm not mistaken. We are
Yeah,
exploring what?
give,
Man, we're exploring
give us back our friends.
Yeah, give us back our
How
friend.
dare you, Jag? First of all, I have a couple
Yeah.
questions. How dare you?
And a follow-up question: who do you think you are?
And a follow to the follow-up. Where do you get off? But we will be discussing chapter 35, Vovek the Bestowed, a climactic end to the first arc of the campaign. Trade him for merch, deal. So you want just
Trade him
like
for merch.
you just
Not
want
worth
like a
it.
napkin with like a stitch on it, and we'll call it square. That's even trade.
Why don't
We'll give
we
him
just
signatures.
give Jag Nick's Tumblr?
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go. You can have his
If you
Tumblr.
send him back, you get to keep his Tumblr. Yep.
He was supposed to
Yeah.
be in my house, or he wasn't. He was supposed to be in my house, but when I got home, he wasn't there.
Did you
Great.
lose? Did you lose
Thing.
our friend?
Did
Great.
somebody
Nick?
steal our
We lost
friend?
Alar.
God
Somebody
damn-
stole
God!
our friend.
Damn it.
How do you lose a punny 6-foot-year-old stick?
What did you just say?
How do you
lost
lose a punny
lost it.
A
6-foot-year-old
funny
stick?
6-foot-year-old.
I have.
6-foot-year-old.
All right,
letter-
All hired.
stream.
Nine.
Can we pull the stream out and blow on it and reset it?
Hold on. I just want to know
Pull it
when
out,
do
blow
I
on it,
reach that
reset.
age? When do I become 6 foot old?
You just need to get to 5'8" personally.
I'm
It's
already
about the
there,
time
bro.
you become 16 tall.
I hate all of you.
Left.
Well,
He's not good at comments.
Man, I miss being in the same room as you guys.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
right where when I could actually touch you when I'm mad, and just
But you guys are coming back for next session, right? You'll be here Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
my
flying
flight,
back and
my
forth.
flight leaves in about a year and a half.
Maybe when we
not-
get that consistent 35,000 people watching a night.
yeah.
That's
Red-
bad.
Red
I,
Dog
I, would- I, would-
Creeping
I
up.
would,
We're
I would
creeping up
cut
there.
it. I would cut it at like 2,000 and we'd move.
Oh yeah, we hit 37.
Yeah, that was
Halfway there.
awesome.
1,000?
Bon Jovi said.
It's kind of like how Dr. Disrespect
Yeah,
says
that's
there's
close to my head,
35
maybe.
million people in the
You're welcome.
stadium.
Fuck you.
You know exactly how I lost him. He's not so good at common. That's true. It's not his first language. Well, without further ado, this will actually be a very short wrap or synopsis of the last chapter. In the last chapter, the collective battled and faced off against their longtime foe, Vovek the Bestowed, and after a long battle that left all but 2 of you unconscious, you were able
Clip
to
on the Insta.
Yep, you were able to defeat him with a water bottle. With
I
a
still cannot believe that
Hit him
happened.
with my
Pollution, go!
yeah, and afterwards, getting a message from the Raven Queen, which released not only Alar but all of you from her binding, as well as the binding to Vovek, as the glaive and the Raven's Edge faded from existence. You were all transported back to the Fighters Guild, where you found out that not much time had passed, but a few moments, and you all look like you got the fuck kicked out of you. So it did translate to real life.
I guess that's a good thing.
Damn, that gold AA looks
Yeah.
so good.
It does. It's just
It just like
It
pops.
I know.
It jumps right out at you.
It's like,
I
hey,
fucking need
hey,
it.
who thought we'd be here? That's what that thing tells me.
I
yeah,
know,
that's
right?
nuts.
And after
I like it.
you all were taken into the basement to relax, courtesy of Kane and Isaac, Kane going to tell the Vunra family what has transpired, and Isaac holding out for all of you. As Ecclesias tried to contact Sven with all of you in a Electrum circle to hopefully tell him what has happened. And where your message was not sent, you were all able to get for the most part, a scry on Sven the Kind. Well, Sven. And you were seeing him...
The artist formerly known as Sven the
Yes.
Kind.
Cloaked up on the deck of a ship traveling somewhere. And that is where we wrapped the chapter last week. Man, there's just so much to unravel. I guess just to start off, how'd you guys feel going into that battle?
I'm so fucking nervous.
Scared.
Yeah, I was so
Scared.
nervous.
I said my goodbyes.
Yeah, like I feel like I preemptively like cried a little bit, like as if I was already dead.
I think naively I was like, there's no way he can kill my character trying to avenge my other character.
He wouldn't do that to me, right?
Oh my god.
Honestly,
Not in person.
I will say that having Jake in person there, you were like the voice of reason. You're like, we got this. We got this. I don't know
Yeah, I'm
if that
sitting
was
there
front,
bouncing my knee
but, like-
and stuff, and Jake's just like, chill out.
Calm down.
Yeah, I
Like, you
was very much under the assumption that we had this. I didn't think it would be as close as it was. And when all of us, except for 2 of us, were down, I had no clue how close Vovak was. I was like, hey, maybe you guys are right about that worrying thing. Like,
What's that worrying
Maybe.
thing you were talking about?
Isn't that weird?
Maybe
Yeah.
panic's
Doing
the
earlier?
thing.
Well, it's funny too because after the fight, Jake, you told everybody you didn't use your second wind or your
Yeah.
action
Yeah.
surge.
yeah, I was just about to. I was just about to
Do you
start.
even know how to fight her?
Yeah, well, the round before I went down, I planned to use my second wind to get some more HP. But I forgot, and I couldn't, just be like, oh wait, everybody hold up, let me get some HP back. So I was going to use it the round that I actually went down on, and yeah, that didn't turn out so well. But I had a strategy to just blow through absolutely everything that I had left and get some people up if Ecclesius would have picked me up instead of just killing Vovak with the water bottle.
Now,
Still
you know
can't
that
believe it.
the decanter was a potential to not kill him. If you rolled 2 or 1, he
Yeah.
would have had 2 or 1 health left. And then your main
He would have
action
been prone
was to,
still.
yeah, he would have been prone, and I would have made him take the D6. So as long as you didn't roll, there's an alternate world where you rolled 1 damage and the D6 is 1 damage, and he got up and I just
Arch
said
somebody.
nuke.
Took a hyper potion.
Yeah, yeah, right at the end of battle. Oh man, I need that
When they do that.
soundbite to play every time you guys heal on stream
Damn
now.
it, Lance.
Like what's it?
Overshield.
Yeah, an overshield and Halo. But
And we just got sued right there.
there was a lot of big things that happened in that fight too, like that acorn being used on Alar's rage.
That was
Going from-
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was clutch.
Yeah, that could have changed the battle a lot. A lot of I was rolling so bad on those shadow creatures too.
Good.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah,
Oh,
at first you were,
wonder.
but you started connecting towards the end. Like the second half of the fight, you were kicking our ass. Well,
Yeah,
mine
second half I
most
started rolling
specifically.
well. I told Jeremy there was one.
Orc butt.
There was one, like, I think after like
It's green.
9 misses, so 3 full rounds, 1 miss, and I was like, it hits. I was just like, they gotta hit. Like, even if you guys are gonna cream them, it's gotta make it feel like it's a challenge. And then, unfortunately for all of you, they just kept hitting after that.
Stunning strike. Suck
Well,
it, narrative.
I don't think it sunk into pretty much any of us until like afterwards how close Erden was to just straight being dead.
Dead, yeah.
Yeah, because I got noodle armed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I tried
Yeah.
to flex and it went upside down.
That's why I told you. Yeah. But that's why I told you right when you were about to go walk away and they were going to get opportunity. I was like, if you lose this strength, you die. Like Rick and Morty. And what kind of death is that? Instant?
Yeah, that actually like freaked me out more than anything. At least like after I found out that like the choking with the tendril thing he was
Mhm.
doing, that was just unconscious. But yeah, like the other thing was if you got If you got all the way down,
Yeah.
it was not. Yeah.
You lose the strength to live.
So I jumped through the fire to save you,
So heroic.
and then jumped through the fire fucking again to get June. It's Oh man, I don't know if this is jumping ahead, but when I jumped through the fire to go save June,
Oh yeah.
it would have been so damn funny to like do the whole tail bit with the Swiffer Duster and be like, "We gotta be brave, we gotta save our friends," and just like, just absolutely die because they brought me down to 1 hit point.
Yeah, I was gonna say the damage that fire did. You had 1 left to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Sirius, thank you for that that host. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Oh man,
Yeah.
man, that golden, it just looks so
It's so
good.
good. It just looks so. I want to just feel that golden triangle.
I can't wait for all the other ones though.
I got
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
I got
Good.
that.
Why does it look like it hurts? That
It
hurts
looks
to
like
watch.
a Cronenberg. It looks like
It
does look
SpongeBob
like
turned into a
Cronenberg.
Cronenberg.
Love it.
That hurts
I got
to
a stupid
watch.
question for Jeremy.
Good. Hit it.
So if you would have known that Vovek was at like death's door, what would your catchphrase would have been when you squirted him in the face with your super soaker?
Oh boy, putting me on the spot. If I knew that Vovek was gonna get knocked down with the geyser, man, I don't know. Glub glub.
And
And
Motherfucker.
glub glub.
I like how
motherfucker.
Jay is all the time now, no matter what Jeremy or I say, gonna be like, and.
And
Keep going.
You what?
So, what was all of your strategies going into the fight?
Ooh.
Who do you want first?
I was gonna say there's 2 tables and 2 very different
there
play
is.
styles that whole battle.
We'll start with the table missing a person.
okay, I'll take the lead on this one. So Erden was going to keep his distance, and try to pick off the shadow guys, but then it turned out that they were after him the whole time. So he tried to keep his distance from them, and then he ended up getting close to Vovek. His whole plan was thrown off, and so on the fly, I just started chipping away at like it'd be like shadow guy Vovek, so I could just take something down.
Pew, pew, pew.
But
There was a good RP moment that Uridan had when Vovek started to fly and the wisps and the smoky tendrils. You were aiming at a shadow, and you're like, Uridan sees that, and he's just like, "Boom." Like
Yeah.
you're like, we're looking, you're looking at Vovek. I love
Good,
that.
I
That's
remember
great.
that.
But I was gonna try to stay near as close to Alar as I could, so that way I was within walking range. That if in case he went down, I was giving him my health potion.
Okay.
That was my like back of the head like secret plan.
Okay. What about you, Cade?
Be a big fat tanky boy and take a lot of damage.
Not to die.
Not to die. It was really
Win.
like off stream. There was a lot of meta talk about like what we're gonna do and like oh fuck. And I think the plan really turned out to be like I was like okay, me and Aylar together. Then Aylar ran away and I was like well fuck. Like he
Instantly,
literally
there
like,
goes.
No, swear to God, it was like the 3rd round, and he was like, "And I go help Zio." And I'm like, oh, "You fuck! There's 2 other people there. There's 2 other. Okay, hi, buddy." And then basically, like, I was like, "I can't do shit." Guiding bolt misses. Shit. And then I ran away. Healed Uridan, and I was like, "Fuck you!" And they wanted to kill me for as long as I could stand.
Wait, I don't know why, but that golden triangle with Yus after it is just
It's amazing.
It's the ultimate haha.
yeah.
It's like encouraging to listen to the Nightbot.
So I know I've heard it, but the casting side of the collective, what was your guys' plan?
Charms, you should take
Yeah,
that.
take
You had a
it.
lot
Yeah,
of
take it away.
Okay. So our plan, our strategy, which I feel turned out pretty good. We stuck to it pretty well. Thank you guys for not running away. too much at least.
Until the end.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Had to
Our
say
plan
Urban.
was to keep June and Ecclesius behind Zio, or at least within 5 feet of Zio. That way, anytime that they got hit with something up close, I could impose disadvantage on at least one of them. And also, if something got too close, Zio does have that capability to dish out a pretty decent bit of damage with his sword and the green flames. But yeah, my job was pretty much sit next to them, make sure that they're decently protected, and launch some firebolts. As
Yeah,
many
you're
as I
basically
could.
pulling
Scorching
aggro
rays.
because you had 19 AC, and
Yeah.
June and I are
Yeah.
both relatively squishy, and all of
I
my
always
support
forget
spells are
that.
touch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's like
always
a
forget how
19
high of an
AC.
IC he has.
Yeah.
You,
19
Alar,
AC
and
and then
Cade
shield.
all have such high fucking.
I have a
Yeah,
19
Do
and he has an
not-
upgraded armor set than me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, if I got that, I would have walked in that bitch 20 AC, been like, hit me.
Well,
Yeah.
Jake just mentioned that like 19, not including shield.
Right, so you can
Yeah,
get a
so if
24 AC. How many
Yeah.
spell slots you got of it?
3, and I don't use them for pretty much anything else.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
Man, this is some tanky boys. All right, plus
I always
14's the
forget.
hit.
I always
See,
forget you're
I'm
so
not.
tanky.
I'm not tanky.
Tanky.
I'm just really hard to hit.
It's just
As
considered
soon as
a
you hit me,
tank.
I'm
Fair
done.
I was about to say, as soon as you
tricky.
touch him, it's like, oh fuck, I'm dead.
Because you
Yeah,
got
what-
what, 30, 35
squishy tank.
Let's say,
HP?
what's the opposite of a glass cannon? An obsidian
Okay.
fork?
Pretty much.
There's the glass cannon.
He's an obsidian twig.
Yeah.
A stiff napkin.
A crusty napkin. So,
Stop.
other than Jeremy and Jess, because you guys had to help me with the mini a little bit, those of you that weren't, were you like, what was your reaction to seeing, small Vovek to then now he's flying?
I was like, Small Vovek's a bitch. I was like, this guy's not gonna be a big problem. He's like this big, and then he flies up and he's like 6'8", and I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I can't
was,
attack with my sword. That's my strategy.
Jag said a tank with
Yeah,
a
just-
nougaty center.
Yes,
Fair
exactly.
enough.
Yeah.
It's a fucking gobstopper.
I
So-
wanted to reflect before we move on too fast. What was Vovek's plan? Did he have like a certain kill order, or was he just gonna like be satisfied if like Alar and Cthulhu died?
So his full plan was entertain Urdin the entire time.
But yeah, fuck that.
Yep.
All about you.
Entertain.
Lock down the Beastie Boys. So lock down Alar and Cthulhu, which he did pretty quick, so that went well. And then once you guys were all dealt with, try to hit all of you at once. And then if he couldn't do that, start picking off the casters from afar.
So he was trying to, even though he's had a long run of wanting to kill Cade, or Cthulhu rather, he was probably headhunting Alar, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah, there's a
Because of the
strong.
connection
Yeah, there's
with the
a
Raven
lot
Queen?
of that. That's why at the end when he set him down, you're done. When he put him down,
Baby ni Baba?
exactly. He said something to that effect too. But he did know
Baby
because you guys
need
have been. Baby need Baba.
Stop.
Yeah, after so
So we
long
do
and
babality on him.
many fights with you guys, he knew that if he focused, there was a fight, first fight he got, Sven the Kind, so that didn't give him much experience other than what you guys do, like Zio. Funny enough, even though you're just trying to stay out of the fight, Zio sitting in the back, that was prevalent. Cthulhu being up front, June coming to help, Urdin hiding. So that was like you guys all stayed true to your character in that. So from the very beginning, he knew kind of how you guys would fight. And then you guys directly ran into him in Freyas, where he got to test out some of his abilities. And he's like, all right, I want Cthulhu the most. And then he did that, and it went very poorly for him. So he's like, well, now I got to learn. And then the second, and then the third encounter.
gotta learn.
Yeah, third encounter, he put a bunch of
better.
random things out there that could fight you, and notice when he separates you, you all get hurt real quick. And it's a very hard fight for you. And then I don't count Summit's Peak because someone didn't rage. That was intended. We're deep diving now. That was intended if it turned into a fight to show how to. So Vovek would learn how Alar fights with his rage, as well as when you guys showed up, what kind of utility you guys use. Because, you know, if Alar would have raged, he wouldn't have died. So then you guys would have been like, who's healing, who's doing this, who's separating. So that was Anthony's intention of that encounter. But then someone's like, I don't rage.
Yeah, I say.
Nick knew that
what's
the whole
up?
time.
So
I'm like, buddy, hi, we're old friends. Oh,
Mhm.
fuck.
yeah, so I've been kind of laying the groundwork for his final fight since Strongly and Freyas. I only noticed the parallels between what he noticed in your guys' first encounter 2 weeks ago. So
So I did want to jump in real quick and say I'm gonna be AFK for like 5 minutes. So if you have any questions, save them for a minute.
we'll
But
wait.
yeah, yeah, please wait. I've been traveling all day, haven't eaten. Food just got here, so I'm gonna go chow the fog down.
All right, have fun. So Eddie, what did you think when like Vovek went from just a normal mini to flying?
I mean, as we pointed out, it was like, oh, this Shadow Boy skip.
Oh, the Shadow Boys.
Oh, Fortuna.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy to see
Cheetah.
that transformation is like how, and even seeing like in Erden's head, he wants to know what exactly did Vovek do to get that sort of like beef up and power up, you know, like, and he's like, okay, Court,
Beef up.
do that, beef me up, Scotty.
Do that beef.
It's never level up anymore for me now.
Beef me up.
Did
Beef me up,
we beef up
Daddy.
yet?
Did we beef up? What level
Okay.
beef are we?
So now I kind of have a question for Uridan on that same topic. What happens if Cord doesn't give you a power or doesn't give you shit?
Find a new god, baby.
I've been going this long without shit, so might as well keep going.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
see, the way I think about it too with gods, especially greater gods, is you gotta be just like any religion now. You gotta accept that you're gonna pray to them and believe in them and get nothing in return.
Yeah, like Cthulhu's probably had his fair share of lulls and where he was, you know, disappointed at a god or felt abandoned by a god, and you know, it just makes you either want to pray that much harder or you give up and you weren't that faithful to begin with.
Yeah, I see it that way too, and but you know, lesser gods and stuff, I could totally be like, I'm gonna date around, pray to the jockey, all hail the jockey. There you go. Yeah,
okay,
ascend-
Jack's getting timed out.
Ascend one of my characters to deityhood, please.
He gets a cent. There you go.
Did you really?
For 10 seconds.
Did Jag just get deleted? What happened?
Yeah, because Lutz timed him out for 10 seconds.
We heard the word jockey and he wanted to be a jerky.
Yeah, but every message.
Yeah, it times
It's
out
now
every
del-
message.
Oh, I forgot about that. I thought it was every new one.
Dude, learn how to mod.
I am back, and sorry, Jag, that happened.
Apparently, it was pretty. It was well received.
Yeah.
So, you'll have to look out for that happening more.
Give me more power!
I will take all
I'm
your
the new
power.
Goliath.
God damn it, we gotta kill him.
I have a question for Uridan.
IRL?
Yeah. No,
Dude,
not in real
Whimsy
life.
is like on it.
She
I like the
is.
yas. I do like the golden yas.
Yas.
That's really good. It just like it. I see the yellow in the corner of my eyes. I'm just like, it's like it really draws you. But
Girls.
quick question for Udaman,
Use.
new character. How on a scale from 1 to 63, how certain were you that you were probably going to die? You got dangerously close. Were you already like
like-
kind of saying farewell in your brain, or were you like, okay, they gotta have it. They have enough time to get to me. They could save me.
I was bouncing back and forth. Like as Eddie was bouncing back and forth, Erden didn't really comprehend what was going on. He didn't know, like, that him losing his arm muscles meant that he was gonna die. Like he just was like, I'm quick. I don't need those, boys. I just duck, dodge, dip, dive, and dodge. And so I don't know. But yeah, myself playing him, I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. I think like if I try to run, they'll hit me. Will I lose my strength then? If I stayed there, they're gonna hit me and lose my strength. Like it was like a lose-lose. So I just was like, maybe if I just keep pelting Vovek, we'll end it soon. And then you just like hosed him down and he died.
I'll tell you what, mid through the fight when you went unconscious, that actually helped you. Because the Shadow's only prerogative was to make you guys go unconscious.
They're not going for killing blows.
Yeah, so when they take your strength, you can possibly die, which is the same thing as unconscious. It's just permanent. But their main thing was to hurt you guys enough till you were unconscious and then move on to the next person. So yeah, so it kind of helped you because you're getting real low, and then when Vovek made you go unconscious, they're like, oh, I don't need to worry about him. I'm gonna move the next person.
Yeah, and his goal was like he probably just wanted to finish us all off, like, well, one by one. Like we get all unconscious, and he's gonna take satisfaction and just beheading all of us at once, or one by one.
Yeah, because it would have sucked if like majority of us went down, and that there was a point when that happened, but. Even if we all got knocked unconscious, and then all of a sudden the ground breaks and we just get toasted like a taquito, that would have been a huge bummer to die that way. Like it's one thing to like die by like, you won't take my life, I will fight you, and then you just get stabbed and you're like, don't worry, I'll be whatever. But then just to be like on the ground and just I'm dead.
Forgotten about, gone forever.
Yeah. Gone forever.
Yeah, it is.
I got a question for you, Eddie. How did Erden perceive, I would say, being kind of left alone in the fight? You were being surrounded by shadows, and nobody helped you out too much. I was about to start slinging some firebolts your direction, but
yeah, I blamed no one but my own poor positioning on that one. I ran off that way, and then like, we kind of like split and went around. I was like, this is a good plan, and then I was like cornered. And so,
not a good plan.
And then I was like, okay. And then so as I started to try and make my way, I killed like 2 shadow guys, and then like a layer action happened, and like one spawned behind me. I was like, fuck, leave me alone.
Should have climbed that tree.
Yeah, then Vovek would have just pooped on it, and I would have died.
I thought about climbing that tree when that fire was going on, and I was like, this seems like a terrible fucking idea to climb. So I have a climbing speed of 20 with my Klaus.
Klaus. Which you can double to 40.
Yeah, so I could have climbed that tree faster than I could have walked forward.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I thought that somebody would utilize the buildings for cover. I definitely thought, Erden would probably do that, but I thought somebody would be like, I'm going to hide in here and just spell snipe through there.
Speaking of spell snipe. Yeah, it wasn't our plan. When you had mentioned about, geysering Vovek to unconscious, somebody else probably would have had the kill early on because I misused the wand of magic missiles.
Mm-hmm.
I misread it, thinking that if I used 3 charges, that's like the equivalent of casting 1 magic missile, like
right.
1 spell. It should have been 9 both times.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, yeah, there's a lot of things, poor playering, and different strats that change the whole thing.
Yeah, that's why I like this fight, because there's so many things that could have went differently, on both ends. So
there was like a small part of me. What's up?
No, go ahead.
There was a small part of me that was wondering. Just read Jag's message. There's a pill for it. There's a small part of me that was wondering if shit really hit the fan, would in some fashion we be saved by Brick. I thought he might have come back to be like, nah, this fucker. Like, he's nah, I'm gonna help. I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking about that, but then like we were kind of in like that alt dimension reality, and I was like, there's no way we're gonna get saved. So when we were going down, and like I kind of like freaked out and like just meta'd out like the clip that we put on the Insta and stuff. I was just like, you guys realize that like June's prone, you 3 are out, or you 4 are out, and I have 1 hit point. We got like, let's fucking do this. I don't
Yeah,
think
dude,
anybody's gonna save us. We're in dreamland.
I was on my phone trying to look like all of my spells. I was like, which one can I cast? What will help us here?
In a similar fashion to your thought process there, was there a situation that maybe you were at 1 HP and June was unconscious? Maybe if you were the last one up, do you think that there was there's an alternate reality where Ecclesius backed out and said, I helped, but you guys are on your own?
Let me just run out of this dream world.
Yeah.
That is an issue there, yeah.
Well, shit.
Gets 40 feet. Well, fuck me.
There, not to spoil too much, because I do want to RP it, but there was a moment, because I like being dramatic, not for the sake of stealing a spotlight or just for the sake of being dramatic, but there was a moment where I thought about that, not like necessarily leaving the battle, but and not even necessarily hiding and not helping, because that would have been really stupid and a waste of the live show or like in person to be like, oh, yes, I go hide because this is so crazy, I'm so scared. But there was a couple moments where I was like, what would be a fun narrative for Ecclesius to go through with it? And then I thought, no, if there's any moment to, get brave, get good, it'd be during this fight. And like I considered casting heroism. Get out of your curls. Choo-choo train icon head motherfucker. But no, I think that would have been a poor time to do that. So I figured, hey, he's gonna be a chicken. He's better be a brave chicken and not a chicken.
So a question for the group: was there any way that anyone would have tried to run with the party or alone?
I have like an answer for that.
I do too.
So, I have a 3rd level spell that basically like that I was kind of saving a spell slot for just in case. And that would have left us with like kind of like 2 options, as long as he failed the save, granted, where he would have been kind of like incapacitated for a short period of time. And if shit was going wrong and we needed to like either get the F out of there,
what's F?
The fuck? The initial thought was that would give us a chance, like if we did need to like get up some down party members or pop some heals, that would be option 1. But if everybody was tapped out or something, then yeah, I would have probably told everybody that we need to get out of here.
Okay.
There was a reality where if I would have got revived, or not revived, but got brought back up at with 2 people down, or like at least 3 or 4 people down, it would have been compelled duel, snap in Cammy, ride Cammy into the sunset and see how far I can get him away. It just fucking run almost in a suicide pack until he kills me.
Okay.
And give them a time to figure it out. Or do like a big circle, like a roundabout, and then come back.
You leave and they all fail their death saves alone. There's also a reality like that.
That would have sucked.
I'll save you! As they're all like...
I'm glad that we didn't do that, because I don't think it would have really followed Cthulhu's like not forte, Cthulhu's I can't think of the word. But there's been so much personality, but it's right at the tip of my brain. Tongue can't grab it and shoot it out my mouth. But there was a lot of moments where Cthulhu was very selfless, and he rode Cammy like into the fray to protect everybody else. So that'd have been like a crazy 180 if you're just like, actually, fuck all this. Let's do the opposite of what I've been doing.
Oh, what I
No,
think he
that's
meant
what
was
I said I would
compelled duel.
compel duel. I
and
would
then
have
run.
been
Take
like,
it away
Oh,
from
right.
us.
that's exactly
Oh,
what it
God.
would have
Oh,
been like.
gotcha. Okay, I misunderstood.
So,
That makes
yeah,
sense then. Yep.
it would
nope.
have straight up
That's not
been
bad.
what I did before. I would have compelled dueled and been like,
Come and get
come
me, you
get
ball
me.
bitch.
yeah, it would have been some quirky or stupid catchphrase that he would made up and been like, "Fuck you!
would-
Oh fuck!
He would have just sat there
Speaking
for a
of
minute being
catchphrases.
like, where you going? Oh, great. Die!
I'm surprised we didn't like hit one like Tony Montana joke bit pun something like that, like not once, because he's scars on his face, Scarface, Tony Montana. That's probably why we didn't do it, because nobody thought about it until now.
I was gonna say that, I mean, yeah, that didn't, nope.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been the whole campaign, too.
Mhm.
It isn't, yeah.
So, I suppose my answer to that question, no, Zio was there to finish this, and he felt that he was confident in our ability to do so, especially after the fight in Freyas. And yeah, there was no way he was running. He was
Kate,
probably going to die if,
center cam, bruh.
I keep forgetting.
I was like, you have stream up, you can see your face.
Let's
You
go.
can see you.
Sorry, Jay,
We should
continue.
call my cam there.
no, that was pretty much it.
So, Jay, you had a
Hold on.
question, actually, that you asked after the campaign that I said I couldn't answer till Wednesday. Do you remember it? Because if you couldn't remember it, you also yelled at everybody else to remember it.
There was
Hands down.
a lot of long nights after that.
I know. I'm like, wait what?
It's not wrong.
There's a 5-day bender.
Yeah, it's insane
remember
how fast it all
asking
went.
I remember, yeah, because I remember you asked it, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a good question.
Fuck.
Do you remember EM?
No, that's why I'm having him
Oh,
remember.
damn.
No, you guys kept asking me questions. I got a lot asked, and I was like, I can't. Some of them I can, some of them I can't. So while we're on the topic, is there any questions about, maybe final questions about the fight, the lead up, things about Vovek that you wish to know?
Why
I
is he
kind
a
of.
dick?
Because you're
I
in his
kinda-
way.
I mean, if you can tell us, I kind of want to know, like, what exactly did he do to get his boon?
So,
Wasn't doing right.
He's like, you have any questions? Wait, I can't answer
But
them.
not that one.
well, I'm trying to make sure that, world lore isn't answered. But no, basically, he has been gifted by the Raven Queen in the past, and has abilities from the Raven Queen, the Waven Queen.
Wave the wave.
Waven Queen.
From the Waven Queen. And he took his own time to, basically do the opposite of what a Frieza does and actually train. And then spent time with the jockey training. And just tapped more and more into his god. And showed he was devout. And just like you guys, you pray enough and you kill enough things, you level up. So he just spent a lot of time using his abilities in the 2 months of travel that you guys took.
So with like Erden's like premonition, the few chapters back, where he was like, the Raven Queen is fucked. Like, why are we following her? Is that like? I guess I don't know exactly like who he killed and what he did for the Raven Queen, but is that something that like I don't know. I don't think the Raven Queen herself would charge someone to be just like a murderer or a thief or something, but
Right, yeah, kind of similar. It
Mayhaps.
would be similar where if Alar chose to really devote himself to the Raven Queen and pour himself into this sword and their connection, something similar to that where he could grow, and where as long as he is maintaining her ideals, because she's neutral and can kind of go both ways, you have a little bit more leeway in what you can and can't do. Where if the Raven Queen was a neutral good, you really can't go farther off in neutral. But since she's a true neutral deity, you can kind of go both ways. And if there's enough justification of why you did something, it can kind of work.
Okay, I guess I didn't know she was true neutral. I thought she was like.
She's either true neutral or chaotic neutral, but.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Jag has a question for the group. Did meeting in person change anything for you as a player? What will you do? What will you now do differently or focus on more?
Is that your answer, Gabe?
Yes.
Funny how he waits till you're not in person to kick him in the nuts to say things like this.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
She had plenty of time to kick me in the junk.
You have
I will
plenty of
say
time
that.
to say that. Boom.
I guess
I
I'll
told her
answer.
I'll kill her.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
I'll answer first. Outside of a player, I feel, this is just me personally, I feel a lot closer to everybody because it's not just like, a bunch of screens around me and just hearing your voices and stuff. It made role playing so much better. So it's hard to describe it. Like it made it seem real. That's a bad way of putting it. But I mean, like for playing like around a table for like 7 years, then like playing remotely, there's just like that extra bit that's missing. So like playing around the table as a player, it didn't change how I played, but with like this group of people, it made it. I don't know. It's hard to. It made it feel more real. It made it feel more tangible and definitely more intense too. But it's. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to. I guess I'm such a sweet little mushroom.
That's adorable.
I suppose I should have thought about the words I wanted to use before I jumped in to answer it, but. Maybe I'll go back around after everybody takes their turn.
It's just like me when you're like, any questions, I'll answer them, and then I can't. And then it's like, I'll jump in. I don't know how to answer it.
Like brother, like sister.
Yep.
I kind of bounce off what Jeremy said. Yeah, I just feel like way closer to everyone. Like we already had a bond, and now it's just like way stronger that we met in person. We spent a weekend chilling and just like, I don't know, being the goofballs that we really are. And it was just like a shit ton of fun. Like we have been lifelong friends. So
a lot of Rick and Morty happened this weekend. That's
Rick and
Oh
Morty.
jeez.
I'm a little sick of Get Swifty. I won't lie.
push all the beds into one.
I like that
Let's-
remix. That was better.
Let's just keep popping in inside jokes to just
Yeah, I'd love to be a part of one someday.
alienate the chat.
I'd love to be a part of one someday.
What about the rest of you? Is there anything you see going forward, just to stand, Eddie, is there anything you see going forward that you'll change or something that might be, that you'll focus on more?
That'll change.
Meeting in person
Like-
change anything for you as a player? What will you now do differently or focus on more?
Oh, I guess I probably should care about feelings and stuff now that they're real people to me.
Maybe.
Especially now
I'm
that,
just kidding.
Especially now
I
that Jake has a
guess.
face.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a thing we're supposed to do?
Yeah. Love me.
Care.
I have emotional immunity. I don't need to.
I didn't
Oh, what you
need
said
emotion.
this morning.
I suppose I'll jump in next. So for me, it was my very first time playing D&D in person, having an actual IRL session, and
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
yeah, being able to experience what you guys have experienced for the past, or I wouldn't say past 7 years, but 7 years previously. It was absolutely insane, and just to be able to get that that extra connection with you all after playing for almost a year remotely, it was great, and it makes me want to do every session IRL. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Being able to lean over and peek at your guys' rolls and
that's my favorite.
I know.
yeah.
Roll something
there's
else.
Yeah. There was one point where Jess kept rolling really bad with a die, and so I just picked one up out of her tray and was like, "Use this one," and it rolled good.
Yep.
Little things like
Juju.
that. Exactly. Little things like that just add a whole nother layer to the session. But yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm going to be focusing on anything more after playing, but it's just definitely that connection that we all shared in this experience and this trip. I think more so what I have to focus on is things that we can do better differently for the next time that we have an IRL session.
There was a moment where I think most of us were rolling like poop, and you just like, without saying anything, you just like tapped like the big metal D20, tapped that, and I rolled it and rolled like poop, and then I think you like tapped the dice jail right after.
Yep.
Try that one. Nah, put that one in jail.
That's
All my
that's
favorite
one
ones
thing
are going
that
in jail right off
sucks
the bat.
about DMing, and Jerry, I know you know too, because you've been there. Is like you miss those little funny quirks that happen that are really subtle.
Yeah.
You mean when you're behind the screen?
Yeah, like if you're focused on over here, you miss everything that's happening over there.
Yeah.
But that's really funny. Try that one. Try it in jail.
Put it in jail.
We're soliciting again. What are we soliciting?
There's a Twitch clip in there. Bad
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
roll something else.
Our
And then my
our
face-
goblin Jeremy may have been doing some things behind the scenes.
That's true.
But I want to hear Cade's answer to Jack's question.
If you want me, I can read it
Honest-
again.
Yes, please.
Did meeting in person change anything for you as a player? What will you now do differently or focus on more?
It's a really good question, by the way.
Yeah, it is. One, I'll try to be in the center of my cam more often.
That's all you needed. Next question.
Next!
You couldn't handle being at a table. I think you slouched like 3 times.
I was in shot every single time.
Except for the time you were up.
Except for the
Except
times
when
you
you were
were
just, like-
standing. Yeah.
I was about to say
Can
the
I
standing
can I
moment.
do
Check out the clip if you want to see that.
I was about to
Yeah,
say it's not
to be
fair
fair.
because I'm tall.
And we had to stand and see the battle map.
just
Yeah, I
take
was
your
blocked
mic
by
with
a
you?
tree, and then I did. I was like, "Let's go!"
Let's go.
But meeting everyone in person everyone on this Discord, meeting them for the first time was really surreal. It was fuck off. It was really like I sat there and I was like, the first day I flew in, it was like, oh, this is weird. This is I've never been to Michigan before. I've never been this far north in my life, and I was like, this is weird.
That's
rolling
where
like-
I'm from.
Fuck off.
That's supposed to be Aylar.
I know, right? He would have said that. But like walking in the room and then sitting or waiting in baggage claim for an hour and a half because somebody's flight didn't come in. But walking like after picking up my bag and sitting there and then walking outside with Jay, who again didn't see me.
Weighing a number and being shorter than I thought.
Yeah.
That was something I was gonna say is how every time we would meet each other in person, like everyone was like, "Wow, Eddie, I thought you'd be bigger in person." Sorry to disappoint you. That's
That's what she said. But yeah, no, like walking out to the car and then seeing, Jezza and Anthony at the car, and then one jumping up in excitement and the other one trying to act cool.
Yeah, I kind of ruined the video. I thought about putting it on Insta, but I'm like jumping up and down, so the video's like a couple times.
But it was really cool, like getting to see everyone and then, sitting down in the chair. This is really long-winded, but it's how I feel. But sitting in the chair and, as soon as people are like walking in and like the Wednesday stream was about to start, I was like, oh my God, like getting to meet everyone for the first time. And, it was overwhelming at one point where it was literally to the point I was like, I need to stop. Like I need to center my emotions. I don't need to cry like a little baby bitch.
Crying is healthy. Everybody does it.
Yeah, that's how I was editing all the videos Monday. I'm just like, it's like a Japanese cartoon character, just like, oh.
But yeah, in the future, I see myself, like trying to hang out more and find a job up there.
By the future, is this like when you're about like 6 foot old or
6 foot old.
6 foot? No, 6'1" old probably.
6'1" old?
But still, it's like as soon as like it's really made it to the point where I'm like, I want to play this in person every day. I want to do this. I want to do this for a job. I want this to work. I want like there's so many things I want now that are centered around AA and playing with these people that I'm surrounded with, because they're just hands down my best friends and at this point my family, and it's really nice to like finally get to, you know, hug Anthony and everyone after
Lift
fighting.
everybody off their feet, you fucking monster.
You
Monster.
monster. But yeah, it was fucking eye-opening to a point, and yeah, no, I just as a player, I'm gonna try more. I'm gonna see what I can do to help out as much as I can, because if I could move up there right now, I'd be packing my shit.
Find a way.
My computer would be packed, and I'd be like, okay, time to go to this apartment. Whee!
I wish I had a house, that way I can be like, hey, you guys can stay here until you have enough money to go away. But
Someday.
not too far.
Just
Not too far.
So kind of like what Cade was saying is that it was just like I felt like I was gonna explode like so many times just from excitement. Like just like meeting you guys in person and being able to give you like that first like squeeze after, you know, almost a year of doing this on line over fucking webcams / no webcams, never seeing Jake's face.
That's what she said.
Sorry, I had
And
to.
after just like the initial excitement, particularly for like the streams and playing D&D next to each other, like Jake mentioned, like one of my favorite moments was that, yeah, like I was
Jake is
rolling
the
like
best.
fucking dog butts and he just pointed at a die and I was like, all right, and it worked. Being able to not like meta, but like see that person's more so just from like a webcam, but like see that person's, I don't know, body language and the way that they're playing and what's happening in the moment, it adds like that liveliness to it that you almost don't get as much when you're playing over Discord. I guess one of the things that I think I will change in the future, that sort of came to light to me while playing in person with everybody, was to incorporate more collaboration and strategizing in character with the collective, as far as the way that we go about things, and you know, particularly you know, battle, but other stuff too. It's just kind of more in character collaboration inspired by in-person collaboration.
It was fun to be like on like the back porch, and we're like playing fetch with Rogue. And that's right, our dog is named after a D&D class. And we're just like, all right, so what are we gonna do about this fight in a couple days? It was just fun to be like, oh fuck yeah, this is like a fight that we gotta actually strat. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was a lot of
Encouraged
fun.
by our DM
Mhm.
to strat.
you needed it. You needed the strats.
Obviously, Jake is blonde.
So Jag had another good question. Or Jeremy, did you want to touch back? Do you have words now?
Well, I'll just do a piggyback real quick. That, yeah, it was really great to obviously get into person, because like we always mention all the time with like our community Discord, like when we're not doing D&D stuff, we're like always in Discord, either playing a game or hanging out while we all do our own thing. So it's like, and especially with Jake, like I'm used to hearing you all the time in my head, and then like when when you're just like sitting in the back seat of the car, and I'm like hearing Zio's voice, I'm just like, he's right there, I could touch him. So like that was just a lot of fun. But yeah, it definitely like it amped me up playing it, and like what Cade said, that yeah, I want to pour more into it. Like I want I want to be able to give us the opportunity to do that again. I mean, like before Friday, we had the toast, and I didn't want to be a Debbie Downy, but I was like, this might be our only opportunity to do this. So let's soak every minute up and just be grateful that we had this opportunity. I really don't want it to be the last time, and I want to do everything I can work towards, like making enough entertainment for everybody out there that supported us to, hopefully do another cool thing. So yeah, that's kind of just to wrap it up.
Okay.
You made me
It's a lot
sad.
bigger
Now I
than I
missed
thought,
our
too.
pre-show toasts.
I appreciate
know.
it.
Yeah.
One shot for the
I
one
thought about
shot.
posting. We'll put it in
And
chat
then
if
shot
you
for one shot.
if you guys want in chat. Let me know. We got some videos of some behind the scenes stuff that we did. Captured it for like our own memories and stuff like that. But if you want to see them, let me know. I'll be happy to post them so you guys can see our toasts and post Friday hugs and tears and stuff.
Can it actually just be a video of toast?
Yep.
Toast.
So Jag did have another great question. What is the big thing next for AA that is the next milestone to work towards? Obviously there's the Twitch ones, partnered, which is always a goal. So being partnered on Twitch is a goal. And I mean, that's the only thing on the seat of my pants I can think of. It's being partnered on Twitch, but I'd say just put in more stuff out there, more one-shots for fun, and more campaigns, and more stuff, more nerdy friends to share it all with. It's always my goal.
Yeah, I would kind of just piggybacking on that. Eventually get to a point where we would have some merch for Jag. I think that would be super cool. Something.
Yeah, I don't know if we could hit that, Whimsy, but
Become the next critical role.
Yeah.
Well, just
No,
tell
but-
Felicia Day and Will Wheaton to help
pick
us
us
out.
up. Yeah.
Just to be our friends at first.
Yep,
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
Marissa Ray.
That's actually one of my dreams is to meet Will Wheaton, but
I was gonna say I would.
Okay,
say
we
dibs
did.
on a Mary?
Okay, first of all, he didn't say Marisha Ray. Second of
Oh, I
all,
thought you
why are you
said
calling
Marisha Ray.
dibs on a person?
Because I want her here. That would be amazing. She is a
Okay.
cool voice actor.
Tibbs.
Okay.
Dibs.
Well, we. Yeah.
who's next?
What's next?
Why's next?
Jeremy.
Okay. I have a lot of things that I'd like to do. And it's always silly. I don't know if this is getting too deep in it, but like we do all this stuff because we love to do it anyway, and it's just like an extra like frosting and cherry on top that you guys show up and support us and are entertained by us being ridiculous and showing our passions to the World Wide Web. So there's always like a part of me that always feels like it's gratuitous to want to put it out there in hopes to get more people to support us. But I would like to put more YouTube content up. That stuff that like just doesn't work for streaming, because like streaming is really good for like this stuff. But like I have a blast filming like the Arcane recaps and like doing like Anthony and I were talking about fun like one-shot ideas that have like a different flavor to it, where it's not just like the kind of the same, just a bunch of different things that we want to put onto YouTube. And of course, like being partnered with Twitch would be great, so we can like stream in HD and have just more tools to hit those creative projects that we want to do, but maybe don't have the technology or like the means to do it. And like and I think I can speak on behalf of everybody. It's like Kate has one-shot ideas, like Eddie has a campaign idea, Jess has all these different art projects and stuff that like we want to do, and it's definitely motivated by you guys to like want to do it on stream. But for the next big project, I mean, I don't think it's anything crazy, but I just want to do another in-person stream. And the next the next really, really big one is to hopefully have like a permanent place at either somebody else's house or where we can just like go there and it's set up and then we can do all this stuff. Like that would be like the really next big thing. And then bring other friends in to do different TTRPGs and stuff like that. Like we have a lot of ideas because like these were our passions before we decided to, go live last
Put
year in
it on the
September.
internet.
Yeah. So, and again, it's because of you guys. Like that's why we're here. Like we do all this stuff otherwise. And yeah, I know I'm just gonna slowly stop talking.
Cade?
I was in the bathroom for the question. Was it what you see next for AA?
Yeah. What is the
Alrighty.
next big thing for AA? What is the next milestone to work towards?
Uh,
Good night, Potats.
good
Bye,
night, buddy.
Tates. Bye, Tates. Miss you.
That's actually like first, not a lot of words. That's actually a really big question. Honestly, what I want next is to keep the continuous hype and keep everyone engaged and like through our amazing DM storytelling, and just keeping it, and also all the good players except for June, keeping it.
Cade does like
I love
me,
you.
I swear.
Again, the shit talking got so much heavier once she wasn't in ball kicking rage.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
like 900 miles in between you.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's easy.
I can take it.
But no, truthfully, I really do like. I want to keep everyone that's been here from the start around and slowly grow. That would be, or not even slowly, just grow in general. If it's fast, if it's slow, it doesn't really matter.
That's
Like,
what she said.
I know. Just kind
Go
of.
on.
I'm trying.
Go on. And
And
It's gonna be the new bit. Just keep everyone engaged and keep growing and see where this can take us. And if we're fortunate enough, just be able to have a job or an income from something I love to do personally, and it's a passion of mine. I love. I am new to D&D, but it is turned into a passion and
I love getting new
Homelessness.
people into it.
I know,
Yeah.
because I'm just like, I feel like, once
Welcome.
you're in, you're in.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's really what it is. I
Put
was
all your
in.
money in this black hole
is your
and all
life.
your free time in this black hole.
And if you're Jake, you buy a butt ton of shiny click clacks.
let's not talk about that.
But yeah,
Um,
no, I really hope it just keeps growing and keeps going.
Right on, Eddie.
Kind of just the same. I would love to see the channel grow and have a community to kind of fall back on and stuff is really interesting. It's something very new to me. I kind of am not the super out there on the internet type of person. So, but I want to watch that grow. I want to keep playing and evolving the archives as a whole, whether it's more D&D or anything that branches from that would be extremely fun. I know that, like Jeremy said, this is all, it's a side project for us that we have a lot of love for, and we love spending the time that we can on it. But I mean, personally for me, I want to be less work busy and more busy with this
AA
stuff.
Passion busy.
Yeah. So
Hey,
working on that, but I think that's mostly it.
Okay.
Maybe help Jay curb his dice addiction a little bit, but
yeah.
Yeah,
Won't
I think
happen.
that's
I think you've
next
been
next
sated,
time we
right?
come together.
Speaking
I don't
of
think it's
Jake, what do you think, Jake?
so the only goal that I have for AA is
get more dice.
Getting out of my state I live in.
The only goal that I see that's feasible is just to have you guys pay for my dice. There's-
I was really
supposed to be a
ready
fun-
for like a wholesome, nice comment.
So was I. You fucking, yeah.
Oh yeah, there'll be
So
a fun.
that-
It'll be a black hole, and it'll turn into dice on the other end. No, I do agree with pretty much what everybody says, but I think the
I
goal
like
that
how,
I
hold
would
on, I'm
like-
sorry that I'm cutting you off, but I like how Whimsy says very little because she's fucking on that
I
hot
know, she's
button,
fucking on
ready
it.
to hit it. And then immediately after is like, oh, now I can reply.
Yeah.
And like
He-
each time, I don't know if you guys have noticed, like her reply to
It gets
Nightbot is
bigger and
longer.
bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Jake. Continue.
You're good. You're good. No, I think that the next goal that I want to chase is to grow the community, and not just in the sense of get our view count higher or having more people interact and chat, but I want to see more people in the Discord and hanging out with us when we're not doing D&D stuff. I want.
Oh, you met
our
Whimsy?
community to- Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All of a sudden we just hear Doodle. Oh,
Yep,
hello there.
exactly. Come on, join Whimsy and hang out with us in the Discord when we're not doing D&D stuff, and you can.
Amazing art.
Yeah, you
yeah.
can see all of our amazing art. And you
Yep.
can play spooky tag bears too, which apparently everybody has played because everybody's really good at it, and
Tag
Whimsy
bears.
just mops the floor with me.
I love that. Spooky Tag Bears should really be the name of it.
But
Spooky tag bears.
yeah, I want to grow our community and not just have it be focused around our stream, but I want to have it be a D&D hub, where you guys can come and search for other players to join your own campaigns or post ideas about campaigns, anything D&D related and also not D&D related. Just come hang out with us.
There was one thing I wanted to add on to, because of course we have gifts that we've given to each other, like the dice tray and the Orc with the Spork hoodie and stuff like that, and the mug, and it's been the ongoing joke probably since October, honestly, about getting merch out to people, and again going back to the gratuitous feeling of wanting to pump out stuff for the sake of getting money. But I love the idea of just everybody that's just been hanging out with us. We truly do want to give you guys things, because if you guys want something fun, I like to give gifts. I don't want to be and go to our website to buy our t-shirts, then we can give Jake another set of fucking dice. You know what I mean?
It is
but
weird,
that-
Bowers.
It is.
Oh man, Bowers, I miss you, dude. But it would be fun to think of fun gift ideas for people that like to hang out with us on Fridays and in other channels, because we have fun ideas with that too. But it's just, we have to take on rational project at a time, a reasonable product. It's irrational to give you merch. Yeah, loot.
About
Loot.
those dice,
Loot.
though.
Just because we
Not those dice.
are getting close to time, I do have one final question I'll wrap on from Cast or Couch. Sure. Does anyone have any other questions? This might be the last time on stream to directly ask about anything in the arc that you're like, why did this happen? Yes, Jezza.
I have a question, but it's probably going to be one that's unanswerable, because we have not done with the jockey. We have not dealt with the jockey yet.
I'll do my best.
Was it always your direction to eventually sever the tie with Vovek and the jockey, or was it something that we did that allowed Vovek to do what he eventually did to get where he beefed up and became the sole warrior? Because he was always with the jockey, always doing things with the jockey, it seemed. Now, was that part of the story, not spoiling anything on the jockey, or did things that we did push Vovek to be more still the guy?
Always in my intention to have them split. Google what? Sorry.
What the fuck do you?
It was always my intention to have them have a split, whether forced by you or some other means. So I did see that split happening, because I don't think there was much to go for with the Goliath anymore, and so Google Yas.
That does remind me, and I'm going to try and piece it together, of the question that I asked you. That you said to wait.
Okay.
It was along the lines of your intention, or did you intentionally set us down this path with the Goliath, or was that something that sparked from Sven?
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
to answer that question, I put the Goliath there as a thread for the Bureau that I thought you guys would investigate and then dive really deep into the Bureau and not die. And then once Sven died, I thought that that rivalry is too big in its own to clump together with the Bureau. So yeah, it was never my intention for you to directly just hunt Vovek, but it definitely turned that way once he killed Sven. Then it was like, yeah, he's gonna be an embodiment of evil for you guys, and I don't think you guys would ever let it go until he died.
Nope.
Cool.
I hope that satiated the question that you've been sitting on
Yep.
for a week.
No, yeah, it did.
When I have a quick one. I don't know if you may have like mentioned this at some point and I just forgot, but when we were in Freyas and he ran, what did we get him down to? Or did you have him run just for like story wise?
Follow the carrot. Follow the carrot.
I looked over because I thought I might have my notes. It's in there somewhere, but you got them probably
Single digits.
double digits.
You
I didn't want
ended
to. I
you-
didn't want it to get down. I wasn't gonna have the jockey have him flee when he got to single, because all that takes is one good roll from one of you, and then it gets a lot harder for him to get the jock or get the Goliath out.
Alar chasing.
So yeah,
Can't
Yeah.
run from a tabaxi
nope.
unless you throw a gelatinous cube in front of it.
Or an arrow.
Did you have him run because you wanted more of that story to unfold?
Yes.
Or yeah.
Yeah. And the jockey was, so there was two ways that was going. Either you guys kill Vovek and the jockey kills all of you, or the jockey takes Vovek and leaves. So
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
yeah. So it was, he was very much planted there as, have your fun, I'm just here to keep you reined in. And once he was close to dying, he's like, all right, fun's over, time to go home.
Time to go.
I've got another quick one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any major hints or lore or anything that was dropped by the not the jockey, but the Goliath, Vovek, that we missed, or do you feel like that we picked or that we did a good job at staying attentive and figuring out all the little pieces?
You guys are pretty attentive the
question.
entire time.
I am playing.
You, whether they were missed or just not recognized as a thing, like even in the chapter 34, when Ecclesias, I said one of the shadows went through you and you lost some of your strength. That was alluding to not letting the shadows touch you.
So you're saying it was foreshadowing?
The shadow.
It was forbade. Sockman's gone.
I was gonna say he had to throw a sock.
I hate that joke.
You did this to yourself.
But it was literal foreshadowing.
Yeah, it was literal foreshadowing, and then, God, there's been a lot with everything in, like I mentioned earlier, with all of the battles leading up. Everything was just a little bit of nod of the Goliath learning from you guys, which again I don't think was something that you guys were like directly like, I noticed this, but like you knew it, kind of just subconsciously. There are some things that have been that were foreshadowed that still may come up, so I can't say what, but
I've probably written them down. That's fine.
Speaking of all of that, did we scoop up Cinder's ashes? Who has Cinder's ashes?
Nah,
I'm waiting
I
for
left
that
them
to come
there.
back.
They're-
some dustpan
It's-
somewhere in France.
yeah.
Could
Oh,
you
actually,
imagine?
The trash
That
can.
sparks
somewhere.
a question in me.
That's how it is.
After our hearing that we had with the Vunra House and the whole Uthran council, what do we know what is to become of Cornelio, and also what reflections of our stature does that leave us with the town, city, kingdom of Uthran?
So you don't for the first part, because that stuff is still moving. 'Cause
Okay.
it's only been like 16 hours, 12 hours actually since that happened.
Oh shit! Oh, that's
yeah.
It was
right.
like last
So not too much. You
Apparently.
don't know what has happened there, but in terms of your other question, which was
like where do we like?
Oh, your stature. So
we
just
don't
in
have, like,
D
power,
and D, I don't remember the exact number of what it was, but just in D and D, as you grow in levels, your notoriety goes up. So the more you do, the higher level you get. People start to know you. By the time you're 20th level, everyone on a continent will know your name.
People are probably building temples to you at that point.
Yeah, so right now you guys are in the stage like levels 1 to 4. You know, no names, you know, people that you've helped know. By the time you're hitting 5 and 6, people are starting to hear of you. You guys have done some big things, so your guys' name is a little higher. So your name is definitely going to be probably a staple within Freyas. Probably not in Celeria, it's too big. So I would say the small towns that you have touched in a good way will know your name. Once you start to getting 10, you know, around there, you guys will be known in most places you go that you've been already. So you're right now in the eyes of Uthran. You know, that will have to play out. You know, you guys have been seen as a good help. Definitely not any sort of detriment or a burden. But yeah, that'll still have to play out.
How are we seen in Merc Meadow Springs?
I can tell you because you guys would know horribly. And you put a bigger target on your back with the bureau than you probably wanted.
You know what?
It's
Bring
a shit
it.
town. They
Bring
don't
it.
care. It's Merc
Yeah.
Meadow. It's all full of murky people.
I just think it's
Bring it. I
crazy
got
how
some
like this was
torture
like
rays ready.
like the broken leg where everybody's just getting suplexed in the background like left and right, and like, you know, that's where like the shady things are going on and stuff. But they had like this bomb ass spa. It's just like the Soda Sopa in like South Park, just like this one gem of culture. Yeah.
I don't know if you've got a final question or not, Anthony, but
do.
I think I've got a pretty good one.
Okay. I can't really gauge which one's better, so we'll just go with what's your question.
No, I think mine's the best, and we should save it for last.
All right. Well,
Okay,
I will
Cade,
ask my.
just give me the last word. I just want the last word.
It's a good few last words, and it's short.
Very well. Then I will ask my question, and if you flop, you get no privileges for the future.
You don't level up.
So, my question to y'all: what do you all take away from the vision that you saw of Sven?
Pirate heist.
Can I go?
Yeah, all 6 of you
I see
are. 5 of you
adventure.
are.
I am going to say that it's like he's going on to more open waters.
Get out.
Yeah.
Don't actually.
Uriden's dead.
Don't actually.
I don't level up.
Did you just
Damn
boot
it.
me? You just. Edward.
Like our impression of you is very more like Drunken Valley Girl.
Yes. Well,
She was.
that was a moment.
Even
That was a
So-
moment where that came out.
Cade, what as a player, not as your character, as a player, what do you take away from that?
Now that you don't care about him.
False.
Yeah, forgot about that.
I do care about him.
Liquid courage is a hell of a thing. Anyway, so what do you what is your player takeaway of the vision of Sven? Not
Our word
Cthulhu's.
I want to explain why I prayed and fuck all you guys.
Nope, you don't get your
wait.
time.
Hold on, where was the comma? You want to explain why you prayed and fucked us all?
What?
Comma.
Never mind.
Fuck you all guys.
I'm derailing this. Go ahead, Cade. Sorry.
With Sven, with that vision, it really did. It put into his mind that he's like, oh, he's gonna go do his own thing now. Like he's either A, healed himself, or B, is on his own vengeance path for something or someone.
Okay. Jeremy, it's gone. June.
What was the question?
What is your takeaway from the vision of Sven
from the Sven.
as a player?
Well, I mean, I'm hoping for a high seas thing. The juice. I'm curious as to what he's pursuing now, because at first he was. I mean, at first he was kind of like what Cade was doing. I mean, he wasn't like proselytizing the Undying Court. But I'm curious as to what he's going to find now. I mean, when last time I roleplayed Sven, like when he died and came back, he had harrowing nightmares and visions of his lost family members and stuff, and they ripped away again. So I'm curious as to if he's going to search out something to potentially learn how to bring people back. I mean, I'm getting a little meta, but I'm curious because he was a cleric. I'm wondering if maybe he's gonna. He was a grave domain cleric too, but I'm curious as to if he's searching something out that could potentially help him. And I certainly hope he's not searching something out that could potentially hurt us. But you know me, Fern. I try not to dive too much into where you might be going with it, because it's more fun to be surprised and less fun to be like, yeah, I spent hours thinking of 40 potential possibilities. One was right. I knew it.
Okay. Jess?
That's me.
And me.
Yeah, I would say me and Eddie got the hats. So the first thing that I kind of thought of was if he was almost I don't know the word I'm trying to say, but I was wondering if he was going to the Lost City to like go where it all started, maybe. The other part of me thought maybe he's on a longer ship voyage and Anthony is sending him away for almost good because he's going to a little island called Therendwell. Other part of me is wondering kind of like what Jeremy mentioned, like, is he searching for something, whether it be something for himself or is he out to get us? I think that what I take the messages or like the vision as is a message that Sven is on his way somewhere, and maybe we did what we were supposed to do and off he goes.
Okay. Eddie?
Yeah, I think he's oh wait, I already went. I said
did?
that he's setting sail. Yeah, I went first. He's setting sail.
He got kicked out for his pun.
Yeah, remember? He's setting sail.
That was seriously your answer?
Yeah, it was basically what June said. He's just going out. You are
Symbolism.
taking him. Yeah, he's leaving us and moving on. I don't think he's thinking of us anymore. But to kind of play off what Jeremy's little quick conspiracy was, like maybe he is looking for something that could. We took his memories away from him, being with us, robbed him of memories. So that's potentially he could be looking for something, or he could just be like, I don't know, going to find an island somewhere.
Okay. Jake?
So you and I had a conversation a while back, talking about, for lack of a better term, forgotten characters, characters that might be that might have been left by the player to play something else, or something in those means, something like Sven, where he died but didn't really die. And you were telling me about there's a point of where you like to take the control of that character into your own.
Sorry to interrupt you at Carney Sideshow. Thank you for the 9-person raid.
Hey.
Amazing. Thank
Whoa.
you.
How
Welcome.
was the game? Is it playable now? I hope it's playable. I played a little bit of it, and it was fun. But yeah, it was definitely buggy as all get out. Welcome, raiders. Welcome. How are all of you doing? Hello, Moonbow Rose.
That's fun.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Nightwing
yeah,
is
we're-
playable
we're-
now.
we're-
Okay.
We're just discussing the takeaway from our last session, which you can, if you didn't catch it, it was our last like in-person session. And it is on the YouTube if you want to check it out. But yeah, for like the big cliffhanger at the end of that session, that's what we're talking about right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Welcome,
So,
everybody.
Major spoilers alert.
Citada, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much.
Hey.
Appreciate
Welcome
it.
to the Spork Army.
But
Oh,
yeah,
man.
thank you, Carney. Thank you so much.
One
I
warrior
hope,
stronger.
Yes.
and
Yeah,
Moonbow
thanks a
Rose,
lot.
thank you for the follow. I hope your guys'
Love that
stream
name.
went well.
That was a cool name.
Yeah.
And by the way, I started with Dritz too, because it's fun.
Moonbow Rose.
Moonbow.
Moonbow. Can that be an item in our campaign now? That is awesome.
Moonbow? Yes.
Yeah, like it only shows up in a full moon.
That can be
I don't
whatever you
say
want it to
Erden, are
be.
you calling dibs?
No, I'll give it to Cade.
Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm glad that you're. I was just looking to see if you were still alive too, because I was gonna raid you.
We were
So I'll
gonna-
pass it. I'll pass on the love. I'll pass on the love. The Fire Emblem ability in my mind. Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Moonbow merge. That would be great. I'll just actually start making weaponry too. But Jake, if you'd like to continue.
Yeah, like I was saying, there's a point that you were telling me about of where you would like to take control of that player and take it away from the previous player, and you know, really make them part of your world and, you know, let them do their own thing. And I see that this is the big moment in my eyes. Like, I know that you've done it previously, but I feel like this is the big moment where Jeremy no longer has any sort of say over Sven, and you are putting
I
him
was really
in
nervous
your
about
world.
that.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
Right there.
And I think that you
a thing
are
now.
going to do great with it. And I think that this isn't going to be the last that we see of Sven. I do think that this could be a symbolic kind of goodbye, but I do think that knowing the party, we like to chase down loose ends to the, you know, edge of the earth.
Yeah.
So
We will tie you.
We'll see.
Yeah.
By the way, Moonbow Bow can be used at night and power increases at full moon. I love it. I love it. I'm making it. It's in the world now.
Hey.
Can you make a moon boomerang?
No.
Yes, you can only kill your friends at night.
As opposed to in the daytime.
Okay.
Oh man. I just want you guys, PvP at night, PvE in the morning. PvP at night, Sailors Delight, PvP in the morning, everybody gets the warning. I think that's
But going
the
back
phrase.
to going back to what you said about giving control to my spoiler alert, early dead character in the res, and how he completely like flipped from being Sven the Kind to Sven the fuckboy.
The meme.
I think I called him Sven the asshole.
Sven the asshole.
the asshole.
So he does a complete 180 flip on the character, and then Anthony and I had a lot of discussions about like what, and not like what we wanted to do, like we were like writing it together, but Anthony being a really great DM and, you know, conscientious of our feelings about our characters because we pour everything into them, and then just being like, yeah, of course I want Sven to come back. I think it'd be great for him to be, you know, suffering with what he went through. But there's also a part of me that really likes to play him and would like to do it again, in some fashion, because he was so fun. And I played him for 5 goddamn sessions before he got murdered to death. So I am excited to see where it's gonna go. I'm nervous to see where it's gonna go. And since I killed Anthony's character 3 times in one of the campaigns I run, I really hope Anthony isn't going to one-up me and he's going to make me kill my first character.
But that's the little brother syndrome.
It's a
I'm gonna
thing
make-
now.
I'm going to
Yeah.
You
make
kill
you
killed
your
2 my
character.
characters. I'm gonna make you kill your first one.
Oh
The
my
Raven Queen comes
And-
back and is
and
like,
you have to roleplay
Ecclesias,
it.
now you have a connection with Sven and you have to kill him.
God. Oh, yeah.
Son of a bitch.
That's like so
That's our
many
next
meta
arc.
layers to
Next
PvP.
arc.
Damn, that's metal.
It's metal as
Chicken
fuck.
chin.
That is the
Chin,
ultimate DM vengeance. That's for damn sure.
Right.
All right.
Spend the
Well, Jake, what? Unless if there is, we'll give it a slight minute. If there's anything in chat anybody wants to ask about our sessions campaign, anything leading up to now, about what food I like, I like everything. There you go. Don't ask that question. Feel free.
Yeah, go back for a second,
Players,
but I'm so hungry.
is there any questions you would like to ask before we wrap?
What would you have done if we worked so hard to bring like the in-person live stream and you TPK'd us?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
of course that's a possibility. We spoiler alert, we got real close, but would you have felt bad, or would you have how would you have felt if we did in fact TPK?
If we TPK'd, especially with all the circumstances, I would have just full tilt lent into it. I would have just, if I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be done right. If it's gonna be a TPK,
I can fire in your eyes in person. I can't do it.
I was gonna say, if it's gonna be a TPK, I'm gonna make it a TPK. Like, we got to that point, I'm not gonna make, because if I think it's a disservice too. Like, if you guys kill them, but it's kind of like a fizzle of a kill. If I'm killing all your characters, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be grand. You guys are gonna get your last words and last hurrah, and then your characters are dying. So it's gonna be big either way. But yeah, I would have just lent into it as hard as I could.
At least I would have somebody to hug if I died this time.
That's true.
Yeah. I feel like lights would have gotten knocked down. And...
Yeah, I would have gotten up and I would have knocked down the light. I was fine.
It would have just turned it.
Shit.
Yeah, we got 3 TOS strikes because we just did beating Anthony to death on stream.
Yeah.
Jag has a good question.
Throw things from behind the scenes.
Jag does have a good question.
I'm limiting you guys to short answers because this can go down on a tangent of answers. Does anyone regret any aspects of their character you created that you regret, or would have done differently now?
I'll go first. I have a quick one. I regret burning my oh gosh. I do regret burning the boomerang. It was a funny bit, and I think I just would have done it. But I like the boomerang as a weapon. I hope I can find one soon. So there's that.
Okay, Jess.
So I don't necessarily regret anything in particular. The only thing that I regret, I guess, is things that I'm working on currently, which is showing more of my character's kind of personality and human stuff.
Okay. So just more progression towards that.
Progressive and things that I've noticed. Oh, I could have done that better, or that was an opportunity to maybe like throw something in.
Okay.
So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cade.
Bethune's perfect. No. Next.
All right, Eddie.
I regret that Cthulhu killed Sven. I'm just kidding.
I get it. For me, it's like, why don't you say this in person, bitch?
He's like, no, bring it back to me, not next.
Fly back here. I'll say it again.
Come back.
No.
Is there anything, Eddie?
No. Erden, slightly regrets pinning Ecclesias and Zio together.
Oh, yeah.
But.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say, I feel like
How
you regret that.
I regret that, but that's honestly about it. Maybe flaying the tattoo was a little extreme, but he only cried a little bit.
Oh no.
Jake.
I wish that I would have given Zio a little bit more direction. I do enjoy playing him and his kind of just, I'm here to explore, let's see how shitty this world can get. But I do feel like if I, looking back on things and having the experience that I have now, I feel like I could have fleshed Zio out a little bit further, and I hope to do so by playing him.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. That's one thing with D&D.
That's an awesome answer.
Yeah.
Awesome answer.
It is. Did you regret not giving him a long green cap?
Yes. No.
Can someone explain the reference? What am I missing here?
Link.
Oh.
He looked like Link. Because he looks like Zelda.
Because he looks like
I didn't even
Zelda.
think about that. Yeah.
We got a TOS strike because of that. The dirty sparp.
All right. Well, without further ado, Jake, what is your big question?
I'm going to be so let down by this.
The big question is, because it wasn't said or anything when the stream ended, but did we level up?
We beef up?
Oh yeah.
We beefed.
Yes, you all
We
love
finally
it.
get it.
Hey.
Beefing up.
All right.
Yeah. So.
Hell,
I can't wait to be Beef Supreme.
Beef Supreme.
one.
Don't think anybody wants that, nor do they strive to be it. Yes, I'm
Don't
Beef
crush my
Supreme.
dreams. Don't crush my dreams. I'm Beef Supreme.
I would watch it right there, man.
Rumble.
Oh shit! Powers, you're
I like how.
Bot says you're starting to bug me. That's amazing. You become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Oh
Yo, what
my
the fuck?
god, Nightbot.
Our mod getting modded right now.
He's like, please.
Oh my god.
I like how the guy who ran our stream all of the time we were in person just got botted because he put too many emotes.
Oh my god.
I've never seen Nightbot say that. You're starting to bug me.
Yeah, and did you
becoming
learn your
sentient.
lesson, Jeremy? You have
And literally
sinned.
right below that Nightbot, Whimsy just threw in a shit ton of symbols
I
too.
know, that's what I love.
Well, she's doing it right. That's the difference. And yes,
That's what
Jag, the
happens
chat
when
did
you have
level
a
up.
tier 3.
Yeah, that's why I was on the
Right.
tier 3. You get special things. No lesson learned. I'm sad. Well, you and Cthulhu have something in common.
Fuck you.
Well, on that beautiful note, I will start to wrap. I don't believe you're here, but Harley J, thank you for the follow yesterday. Carney, thank you for that 9-person raid. We are going to be sending that
Oh, that's
love
amazing.
to somebody else too, so we will keep the ball rolling on that. I really hope I'm pronouncing it right, but Kitata, thank you for the follow. And Moonbow Rose, thank you for the follow and the idea for an amazing thing that's going to be totally in my campaign and every campaign ever. It was awesome. What does Max Emotes answer for a friend? Well, I will find us a raid target here. You are welcome, Whimsy. Thank you for hanging out. And if anybody wants to, we have a Discord link down below. We do have a community Discord if you like to hang. We hang before and after our streams. So even if you want to hang out in there after this, maybe play some games, feel free to join in. No, I don't want to run an ad because ads are stupid. So we are actually going to raid Carney. Since you raided us, an old friend, we're gonna raid an old friend of ours. We are gonna raid Swindler's Den, who is playing through Icewind Dale, which is an amazing setting. So make sure you all hop into this raid. Toss them over as much as you are, and when you get in there, just make sure if you're new there, give them a follow and put hashtag SporkArmy if you're subscribed. Make sure you use those emotes so they can feel the love. But without further ado, we will see you on Friday for the continuation of our story at 7 p.m. Eastern for Chapter 36 of the Arcane Archives Falbion. But we will see you soon. Don't go far. Much love, everybody, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Fingers are covered in chili and
Beef up.
cheese.